Hello everyone, welcome to the PropIndex webinar. I'm Abhishek Bhadra, Head of Research at Magicbricks. We will be discussing the Bangalore's real estate market today and the key trends that are shaping the market. We will be hearing from key leaders of three top developers of Bangalore. We have Mr. Praveen, who is a Vice President at Goyal and Company, Ms. Megha Murthy, Chief Marketing Officer at Svamitva Group, and Mr. Kranti, who is the Business Head at SKAV. Welcome all of you to this panel discussion. I will be starting with giving a brief presentation on the PropIndex report that we have recently published, which will talk about what exactly is PropIndex and the key trends that we have identified across Pan-India and across Bangalore's real estate market. So, we have been doing this PropIndex report for over a decade now, and essentially this report covers all the key trends, analysis and insights into what's happening on the real estate residential front from a demand, supply, and pricing perspective, right? We try to identify rate movements, demand changes, and supply movements, key inventory movement across the 13 cities of India, and also at a pan-India level. We also try to decipher which are the top projects, developers, and the key localities amongst all these cities which are garnering most of the demand. How we do it? We analyze the traffic data, visitors that are visiting MB portal, and try to analyze and find out trends and insights from quarter-on-quarter analysis of these traffic information. And on the supply front, we try to decipher the 15 lakh plus listings that we have on our portal. So I'll start with the demand trend. If I look at the last couple of years, we are seeing a sustained bull run in the real estate market, which is visible at a pan-India level and also for Bangalore. However, if you look at the last quarter or last couple of quarters, there has been a slight decline in the demand, which kind of signals a consolidation, early signs, but we could be safely saying that demand seems to be moderating. After COVID, we saw a tremendous jump in the search activity on MB portal. After that, the last couple of years has been on the growth side as well. But there's a slight decline and moderation over the last couple of quarters. Government policies have been favorable. Infrastructure and commercial establishments have happened across India and Bangalore as well. We are seeing strong demand for new projects, new launches, kind of driving the demand and the supply side as well. If I dig deep into what's happening on the BHKs and size-wise configuration demand, 3 BHKs clearly are selling like hotcakes in Bangalore. And if I look at the southern market, along with the northern markets of NCR and Ahmedabad as well, we see that more than 70 to 80% of all the demand is coming from 3 BHKs. 2 BHKs seem to be, the second choice for most of the buyers. On the supply side, if I look at India, clearly there was a massive decline, significant decline in the second quarter of 2020 when COVID, when the pandemic started, and since then. After that, a couple of quarters saw, a decline in supply activity. Inventory was low. Developers were not launching any projects. However, the last couple of years has also seen an increase in supply. We are seeing new projects getting launched, a lot of projects getting completed, and all seems to be pretty positive from both pan-India level and the city level as well. Bangalore has shown a significant growth in supply. There is a low inventory overhang. That means that ready-to-move in supply seems to be low, which indicates that a lot of sales are happening on that front. Projects are getting completed. Ready-to-move stock is now low, and unsold inventory is on the lower side as well. Multi-story apartments constitute the largest proportion of the total supply. This is for Bangalore as well as for pan-India. On the price movement, we saw that the pricing for the last couple of years starting, Q2 of 2022, there was a sustained increase in pricing movement. 15% average Y on Y price increase was seen across all the cities. And, we are seeing that, in the last quarter as well. So clearly, India seems to be in a bull run, the Indian real estate market. And if I look at the road ahead, interest rates are stable. We are looking at equilibrium in the market uh, to arrive in the medium term, maybe over the next 1.5 to 2 years. Preference for bigger homes is rising. North Bangalore seems to be driving demand. Thane Sandra, Devanahalli, key localities. Commercial developments and establishments coming up in these localities. Hence, developers are focusing in these areas. Rise in property prices may damp the demand curve. Obviously, there is a concern of affordability. Uh, the price to income ratios in a lot of cities are going up. It's over 5, across Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, which are the key metro cities, and obviously developers are expected to come up with certain, plans or strategy to tackle this problem. So that brings me to the end of this presentation. I would now open the forum for discussion. Uh, I would like to have opening comments from all the panelists on how they see the real estate market in Bangalore performing today and how they see the road ahead. If we can start with Mr. Praveen.
Yeah, hi. Good morning, everyone. As an opening statement, I would like to tell that, in the second quarter, yes, of course, we witnessed a sort of decline. I would like to say not, a tangible decline, but yes, of course, when we sit on the across the table and, keep count on the numbers as well as the revenue, yes, there is a surge of about 5 to 8 or 9%, I would like to say. And also, maybe, that decline is might be because of the supply as well. So, for example, if you take an example of East Bangalore, so in the last 2 quarters, significantly we can see more number of new projects got launched. So this might be the major reason for the decline in the what you call the demand in the last quarter. So we just ended up the second quarter, so it is too early to decide on an overall perspective. But yes, when we sit across the table, yes, we have to accept this.
Great. Ms. Megha.
Well, I'm with what Mr. Praveen has just mentioned now. So, with the starting of the year in the Q1, it was good. We did see some good numbers happening, and even the supply and the demand was there. But the Q2, actually, there was a dip in the supply there was a dip in the demand as well. And this I would attribute to a micro market on the larger perspective. It is not that going by the trend wise in some markets, it's pretty much doing very well. And if you see North, there are a lot of villas and villa plots projects which are coming up. But when you see the sentiments towards the south, there has been not many projects which is coming in. And the price increase as well has not been very great in the last Q2. The reason being there is a lot of supply of uh, under construction projects, and as you said, rightfully ready to move in is low, and we have inventory wherein the scale of the numbers is around 8,000 plus around 10,000, 12,000 bracket we have the inventory in, wherein the demand now what we see is also coming in from the affordable segment, which is around 7 to 8,000, where I see that the supply is being low. Overall, this is a reason what we have understood for the last the last quarter and the quarter before that, we need to have more projects on the apartment per se coming in. When this segment is where we will be able to kind of balance the demand and supply.
Great. So I have heard, your comments, and I'm in line with, the stuff when you say that demand is not declining, but it's safe to say that it's kind of moderating, right? So the growth pace is on the lower side. Uh, on that note, Megha, you mentioned that the northern side of Bangalore is seeing a lot of activity and new launches coming up. even the data which we have analyzed on our database and portal, we are seeing that you know Whitefield, Sarjapur Road, Bellary Road, and Electronic City. These have been the top localities of Bangalore for many years now, right? Obviously, a lot of commercial establishments, the IT, ES sector, the booming sector, which is there in these localities, clearly seems to be doing wonders for the residential market of Bangalore. Uh, do you see any upcoming localities apart from these which I mentioned, which are performing well in Bangalore and where consumers can look out for?
Well, I would say, apart from the ones that you mentioned, there is, if you can see on the south bit of it. Sorry, I'm more of a south person because we have majority of our projects on south.
Okay.
And when I see Kanakapura Road as such, if you see the development which is happening on the Kanakapura Road, you see a lot of projects coming in there. Majority we had villa and villa plots coming in. Now it's the apartments also which have come up over there in the last. I think 2 to 3 quarters, we have seen a significant launch of apartments. Having said that, even Banegata Road, the Jigni Belt, in all these areas have seen a tremendous increase apart from Sajapur, Whitefield, KRPuram, that side. Because one is also depending upon the infrastructure. We have the coming up with the metro connectivity, which is just, about to get completed in these areas, which is going to interconnect always. And there is other things like the Hosur airport also, which is coming up. So I see the south of Bangalore also kind of catching up with the trend of what a Whitefield or a KRPuram is doing right now.
Wonderful. And
To
Mr.
add up, to this particular, discussion, the nice road belt is also looking at a very fast, new developments are coming up in that particular area.
Okay.
Kanakapura is one of the predominant segment where, you have under 1.5 CR kind of a budget ranges. In that particularly, I think a lot of developers, as Madam rightly mentioned, a lot of developments are happening in that particular area. Apart from the southeast and east Bangalore, this particular locality is also upcoming. When it comes to pricing, demand supply dynamics persistently driving property prices upwards is evident. Key market, particularly those near commercial hubs, are also looking at a very good price appreciation in terms of the end user markets are concerned.
Mr. Praveen, I would like to hear your view on the affordability concern which we are seeing in a lot of cities, Bangalore not being different. Property prices have increased, consistently over the last couple of years, and we are seeing rapid urbanization which is happening, especially in Bangalore, being the IT hub of India. Uh, there is a dearth of affordable housing, in Bangalore per se. Uh, how do developers plan to tackle this problem? Because obviously the rental side of market also seems to be quite unaffordable in Bangalore. For somebody who's coming in, who's starting a job in Bangalore and looking for a house, for that person, today it's very difficult to buy a home. So are there any strategies or plans that the developers are planning to that the developers plan to tackle this problem with?
Yeah, well, Abhishek, I would like to, prefix something to your question. See, I would
Yeah.
like to say that, your question itself is having an answer. This is what I feel. See, you said affordability. So there is a new affordability in the market. The current prices are the new affordability. See, why I'm telling, because since we deal with landowners or with the construction quality, or when we talk about quality or about execution and all, the cost, the CTC, what you called, it might be cost of the land, it might be administrative expenses, or it might be the construction cost. So which is nowhere less compared to last 2 to 3 years. So we developers are are forceful to benchmark the current price as affordable prices. I don't see in future, probably in the For example, if you go beyond Whitefield, let's say 5, 6, or 8 kilometers or 10 kilometers beyond Whitefield,
Hmm.
the current land prices and the construction cost will not allow you to, quote less than whatever now we are quoting. It will go up, but it will never come down. And as far as demand and supply is concerned, yes, there will be, variations, and it's a cycle which we all have to go through it. So if the land prices and the construction cost comes down, then yes, of course, developers like us can think about affordability or affordable. So rather than getting into that mode, I feel that we should consider this as a new benchmark for the current prices, and also it has been proven in last 2 quarters that people are buying it. It's not like that, anything priced about 10,000 or 12,000 is not selling. Everything is selling. That means, people are affording it. So we have to consider this as a new affordable price. And if we talk about luxury, then we have to see what could be the luxury and what we are going to deliver and how does it work. So it's a total different perspective what I'm looking at it.
Understood. And the demand that your customers that you are seeing from your customers are primarily for mid-segment properties or luxury properties?
Yeah, how do you define it now? See, for example, if you take example of our last 4 launches, what we have done in 3 projects in East Bangalore and one in Tanisanga Road, no property is less than 10,500 or 11,000 rupees. So then, how do you determine it? Whether it is affordable or luxury. But the acceptable fact is like yes, we are selling. It's getting sold. So that means I would like to feel and understand this is the new affordable pricing.
Got it. Uh, and Mr. Kranti, I would want to understand. We are seeing, we have seen in the last cycle, the property boom cycle, which happened in 2010, that there was a lot of investor speculation which happened, and then the market crashed. So we are seeing a similar sustained boom cycle currently going on in the residential market. Do you see any similarities with the previous cycle, with this current cycle that we are seeing?
See, the previous, since you've taken 2010 period, those
Yeah.
days were a different as a whole perspective, I have to say. So the governments have changed, the economic opportunities has been, increased drastically from that period to current period. So thanks to the current government, and next 5 years will be a proper economical run. You can see in, Indian economical growth. So
Right.
therefore, I'm not really, comparating. We can't compare the previous the decade back scenario to current scenario because of the lot of the policies have been changed. Okay, the income levels of an individuals has been drastically increased. So therefore, as Mr. Praveen rightly mentioned, the affordability has been increased. Today, a guy for a normal mere 2 BHK, people are paying about close to about a 40K in Bangalore in a decent locality. So the customer
Yeah.
is now, if I add up another 20,000 to that particular rental, value, so one can buy a 2 BHK homes. That's where you see a lot of percentage. I mean, most of the developers have increased their 2 BHK, percentage in their new launches. Comparatively, if you see the
Okay.
last, fiscal year to current fiscal year, they have increased their 2 BHK percentages. Okay, I'm not saying the luxury segment has been dead. However, this particular segment is going further. For next at least next 5 years will be a very positive run as far as our data is concerned. With regards to the, I'm sure as a real estate, though it has never been given as an industry category by central government, I think this, this next 5 years we may get to that industry category to get the more subsidies and to give you that concept of housing for everybody. So we are also positive in terms of the next couple of years, in terms of new launches or maybe the kind of ticket that we are looking at. Maybe as I don't want to take the developer's name. People used to be affordable segment in earlier, also moving to a luxury segment. To name few developers like DS Max, used to be an affordable segment. Now he has come to a next level where he is also launching a luxury segment. So therefore, people are understanding this kind of a new affordability, and the developer is also supplying the kind of demands.
Understood. Megha, moving on to you. We have seen from our data that under construction properties are now high in demand, and the prices of under construction properties are, in some places higher than ready to move properties. So this is a phenomena which is very new, in the market, because, we have always seen that ready to move properties are always priced, higher as compared to under construction. So, I mean, why is this trend happening? What is triggering this? Why are buyers preferring under construction properties, and why are the prices consistently increasing?
One thing that would I would attribute to this is the supply of a ready to move in is very low, unlike to what we see in an under construction. In this scenario, I would like to give an example of our own project. We recently launched a project in HSR, and the supply in HSR, the micro market as such, we didn't have any competitors, we didn't have any projects coming in. We launched the project at around 11,000, but over a year, for the last 1 year, I've been able to, get the price today at 13,000. We are selling today at 13,000. So the price trend from where we launched to where we are today, you can understand there is a demand, but there is no supply. So sometimes all this under construction also, it depends upon the micro market again, where you are launching this particular project. Plus, what you can see is there are a lot of flexi payment plans, new technologies, and there is options for modification and all. With a ready to move in, you don't have such kind of an options wherein people are ready to pay a price for it and go for under constructions. And with not much of choice in ready to move in, I think this under construction market is picking up.
Kranti, you mentioned that you are seeing a lot of new launches in the 2 BHK category happening. Uh, However, if you look at the demand side of things, what people are looking for, we are still seeing people interested, or consumers interested in 3 BHK and apartments in the size range of 1,500 to 2,000 square feet. So can we safely say that people are now looking at compact apartments, but premium compact apartments? Will it be safe to say that?
Yeah, I think it's right to mention that way. Premium compatibility is what you can always mention. I think these kind of offerings are there from last I would say 4 or 5 years, when developer like Assets has launched 63 degrees. There is a project in Sarjapur Road. So therefore, that kind of a sizings wherein 900 to 1,000, 1,100, 3 BHK people are coming out with. So I think that kind of a market was there earlier also, and it's going to be there. And again, it depends on the locality as well. And for me, the type 2 cities in this particular next few couple of years, in India, I mean, especially in Karnataka, the type 2 cities will become the hotspot of the real estate for the investments. Especially cities like Ballari, and you have Hubli. So these kind of cities are becoming a hotspot for a affordable segment as well.
We are also seeing that, a couple of infrastructure projects which are coming up in Bangalore, like, the Chennai Bangalore Industrial Corridor, the Bangalore Satellite Town Ring Road, and the Bangalore Peripheral Ring Road. So, how are these infrastructure projects going to impact the market? Is it going to have a very big impact, or is it going to have a sustained impact over the long run? How do you see the impact of infrastructure projects on the residential market, Mr. Praveen?
Yeah, see, infrastructure projects always, what you call, helps developers and builders to get into the new localities and, do their businesses. We have to accept this. That's because, these infrastructures will create more job opportunities for the people. And obviously, they would like to stay closer to the workplaces. And as far as the companies, what we talk about, also would like to move into the new locations to avoid traffic congestions and less rentals, all those stuff. So what happens, the trend goes towards, see, for example, Electronic City was early 2000, and then later on it got shifted to Whitefield, and then it got shifted to Manyata. So likewise, these kind of new infrastructure, like it might be Chennai, or it might be STRR, or it might be peripheral ring road. So these roads or these projects, will provide very good infrastructure for the people, or for the companies or for the individuals to go and set up their things and have smooth, what you call, life over there. So this will be an effect. Yes, of course, it affects, and also it will be cost effective. For example, any new price, in your last discussion we spoke about the affordability. So here, yes, we can have a very good and big debate about the affordability. Here we can think of some new pricing strategies, some new sizes. As Kranti said, like different types of affordable segments. You can bifurcate the affordable segments, luxury, semi-luxury, and all those stuff. So ample opportunities in all the ways you will get. Yes, these projects will contribute to the real estate segment.
Megha, your opinion on this?
I would, be with what Praveen told right now. This STRR or the Chennai-Bangalore corridor, this infrastructure is going to have a huge impact on new projects which is going to come up. The infra development will actually give more opportunities for industrial sectors to open. You will have all kind of collar jobs, opportunities coming in, wherein there will be a lot of demand. And if you see the stretch where this STRR or the Bangalore Chennai Bangalore corridor is there, it starts from the Housepete to all the way Puram, Whitefield, and Hosur. So this whole belt has logistics, industrial area, industrial zones, and everything coming in. Right now, what we see over there, when if I could take STRR as an example, when the plotted development projects were launched over there, it was anywhere between 3,000 to 3,000 to 3,500. Today, if you see the trend over there on a plotted, it's gone up to around 10 to 12,000, and there is a lot of market for villa and villa plots over there. I don't see a vertical development over there, but I see a lot of single homes coming in with this plots and villa plots trend. And yes, the affordable segment, as Praveen rightfully said, is something that we can look at that stretch wherein there is a potential demand and we could give the supply.
Great. With that, we conclude our discussion today. Uh, any closing comments from the panelists would be very welcome. Mr. Kranti, do you want to give any comments on how the Bangalore real estate market will fare over the next couple of quarters?
Yeah. In summary, the surge in residential real estate witnessed during the Q1 24, alongside robust consumer demand, indicates a continued upwards trajectory for property markets in major cities, including Bangalore, in the coming year. Well, 2024 presents a numerous opportunities with regards to, we must also recognize and acknowledge the challenges ahead. Therefore, the global conditions remains uncertain. We are every now and then we are hearing about one more 2008 kind of situations. Okay, every now and then the U.S. markets are collapsed. All those things are happening. With persistent supply chain, will take the market upwards is what my gut feeling, I would say. But yeah, there is good demand for the residential market going further in this new government thing, because I think the first time after so many years we are seeing the third time a particular government is ruling, so therefore a lot of policy changes you may expect. So therefore it will be a good run for a residential real estate market is what we feel.
Great. Mr. Praveen, your closing comments?
Yeah, sure. I would like to say that, post-pandemic, we haven't seen any, downfall in our industry. And I hope that, we should not see that as well. Yes, of course, there'll be a cycle, but, we can also balance and maintain the momentum. So by controlling the demand, supply, pricing policies as well. And also, I would like to say that we as a developer should uh, cater into the requirements of the customers, what exactly they're looking into by making their profile, or by making by creating a profile thing, by understanding the profile of the customers, like what kind of people are there in East Bangalore or North Bangalore. That kind of profiling should be done, and the supply should be taken care with the right pricing. So then, yes, of course, we might not see any downfall in next coming couple of years. So this is what I would like to say. And yes, of course, these new projects, what you mentioned in the last, will definitely contribute, and we should utilize that and keep going.
Ms. Megha, your closing comments?
Well, what I see is the market is going pretty well, and we don't see the real estate market. To what I can foresee for the future is also that there will always be a demand, there will always be a supply. As they say, today any investment in fact, even people have moved into more, investing in real estate to what it was earlier of investing into stocks, because there, with this ongoing elections happening or whatever happens around, there may be some. No, the stability may not be there, but with real estate, anytime you invest, you can always see a good appreciation in that. So even with the millennials, the Gen Z, and also the age group of around 40 to 50 years who are looking at investment, for them, real estate has become a the first choice for investing. Having considered that, and having the current supply that we have, and with new products coming in, it's not limit now. Real estate is not limited to only plotted or apartments. You have farm plots. You have other products coming in. People are getting very innovative in real estate in bringing in, okay, they just name it different, label it different, but we have some product for everyone. So in this way, what the trend we see in real estate, I think we have a long way to go, and there is no looking back at it, and the market is looking very well.
Great. So that brings us to the end of the session. I believe it was as insightful for you as it was for me. And thank you very much for joining today.